What's up, everybody? We are about to talk about my 10-month review of Markate. This is exactly the date that I've been using it for 10 months now. So I kind of wanted to let you guys know my honest thoughts after 10 months of use. There's a couple of things that really stick out about Markate. And if you don't know what it is, it helps you manage your relationships with your customers. So you can do everything from send invoices, quotes, all of your scheduling, pretty much everything that has to do with your relationship with your customer, and then some other things, even internal things that make it so incredibly easy to stay on top of all of your business stuff. Now, technically, it's a CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool, and it's an awesome CRM at that. And I will walk you through what exactly Markate does and my favorite features about it. Like I said, 10 months of use. Some months heavier than others, just with the way that my business stuff works. Some months I'm not doing my own thing that often. Some months I'm insanely stacked and insanely busy. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the app, and I'll show you guys from my phone. It does come on your desktop as well. So you have the opportunity to use your desktop or to use your phone, which makes it incredibly user-friendly. That way you can do all your heavy lifting on your laptop, or when you're on the go and you need to make some adjustments, or you need to get somebody's information, or you need to set up an appointment or send a quote super fast and easy, you can use your phone. So this is what the home screen looks like, you guys, and you guys can see a lot of the things that I just mentioned. Probably my favorite thing about Markate is how user-friendly it is. The last thing that you want is the thing that saves you time to take up even more time than you save. Even from the beginning, hopping on this, it was so incredibly self-explanatory almost. And just so you guys know, when you start off, you get to have a call with the gentleman. Mine was named Colin. The guy that I talked to was named Colin. He was awesome, super informative. He really let me lead and guide the discussion in the areas that I was going to use the most and the things that I had questions on, because not every company is going to use this software the same. So it was super easy, even from the beginning. I had one phone call, got into it, started using it, and it was just incredibly quick and fast and easy to set up. This is obviously a trial account. I'm not about to put all my business out there for everybody. But as you guys can see, one of the cool things too about this is the dashboard. And the dashboard here will run you through a lot of big metrics. It'll put all of your information that you have in there from your jobs that you're currently running or that you're working on, or the year or whatever it is. It'll put it into this, and it'll actually show you where you're at. Not all of this stuff is just easy to see, plain and simple. So we can look at that. Job forecast, business performance, total sales, jobs won, expenses, and then those are all just charts and things that they can actually see how you're doing, because it's not always just plain and simple, easy to tell, especially when you're looking at the books. It's a little wild. But when it comes to user friendliness, it also connects with QuickBooks if that's something you use, which I know a lot of people do. Myself included. You have an expenses tab here, so you can add those in. It'll all go over there, your estimates, your invoices, your schedule, your work orders. It's nice to be able to do all these things while you're mobile. So if you're out running around, you can actually schedule something when you talk to that customer. You can look at your schedule here. You can see what dates you have available. You can see what people you have available, who's scheduled and who's not. And then from there, you can actually get a date set up. So that way they don't run away. Like, you can have that conversation there in person, and it's easier to push for that person to actually get the appointment, which makes them a whole lot more likely to actually follow through with it and to choose your service. It just makes it incredibly easy. The last thing you want to do is give your customer a chance to slip away, especially when the service you're providing is needed and is helpful, but people don't like to spend money, and that's just the truth of it. But they need to. Another portion of this that I think makes it incredibly easy is when it comes to estimating, you can actually click on this and it'll have all your info in here. So that way, when you go to do something that you do regularly, it's incredibly fast and easy. This right here is, you can see the estimates here. We'll add a new one, standard. I'll run you guys through this with the existing things that are already in here, so you guys can understand how easy it is to set this up. That's just the customer, the date. We'll go to service, panel swap. It's got everything in here. For a panel swap, typically it's all pretty similar, and so you can include all of your materials in here together, or you can include them in here separate. Same thing here, but we're not going to add it in. We're just going to keep that as the service. But basically, when you do something like this, it makes it easy when you go look at a job to actually send a quote out if it's something standard like a panel swap, or if it's something standard like swapping out outlets. You can just count the amount of outlets that are in there, and you know that it's X amount of dollars per outlet to change out for the material and the labor and whatever overhead you want to add in. And it just like it's so fast and so easy for you to do this, that the quicker that you can actually get this out, the more likely your customer is to choose you as well. Because if they're not getting just one quote, then they're getting 3 or 4. If you come out and that day you give them the quote, or the next day you give them the quote, customers are going to appreciate that you're taking care of them, and that's going to represent the way that you're going to treat them for the rest of the time that you are actually serving them. Which is why it's important to have things like this set up that can make it easy so you don't get covered up in all of your other job stuff. It also has all these things down here at the bottom, the message to customer, terms and conditions, and instructions. So we can hit the check here, and it shows us everything split up. Send it out. It's not going to send because I don't have an email in this thing, but typically it will send out via email. But that's how fast it is, especially for services that you regularly provide, materials that you regularly provide. You can put it in there with the price that you charge your customer for it, and it's just boom, done, in there, gone. So you have to understand that taking care of them in that way will actually lead to you getting more business. When you stay on top of it, you communicate well, you communicate professionally, you take payments in the easiest way to pay. It makes it easier for your customers to pay you, makes it more likely you add less sticking points where they get stuck because they don't want to do a certain thing, or they're not looking forward to a certain thing of like trying to figure out how to do all this payment stuff or how to get you a check with this. Or when you make it easy, you just get what you want a lot more often than if you don't, transparently and truthfully. And so that's why we like to do things like this that send it out very clearly in an email. You can ask for a percentage up front or a dollar amount up front. And there's just a lot of great features here. Like I said, when I started this too, I started this with a phone call with somebody who actually walked me through everything that I wanted to see through this. You guys will have the same opportunity if you guys get set up. We do have a free 2-week trial in the description. And if you sign up for that, you can get set up to have your own call, and they can show you guys every detail and answer every question that you have. It's fantastic, and it's definitely a great onboarding system. Makes life a lot easier. And when you switch over from another CRM, typically the data transfer costs about $1,000, and Markate actually does it for free, which is an incredible service. But they make that easy if you're transferring over from another CRM, or if you have no CRM at all. You guys, it's time to get a CRM. All right. Like I said, 2-week trial in the description. And on top of that, it's so affordable that even if you're just doing side work right now, it'll actually professionalize your business so fast, and you'll level up so much quicker. You'll be able to send invoices appropriately, take payments, and all this other stuff. You guys, go check this out. Link in the description. Remember, it's all for His glory, and I will see you guys on the next one.